You
Well, do
can't
you think you
drink
can
the bottle.
put the genie back in a bottle at this point? I'm being honest. Out
Yes,
of curiosity, can
yes.
the genie be put back in a bottle? Because you have so many women. So even if you have those women who hold higher standards for themselves, they're still competing against other women who don't for the same men. So if everybody, or if the women who want to get married are saying, all right, I'm shutting it down because that is my goal, that's my focus, do you think men would really change their behavior in to get those women,
So,
or just go ahead for the easier women, which is, is going to give it up?
yeah, yeah, I hear what you're saying. See, but this is where y'all problem come with the sisterhood. Y'all move as a unit, correct?
No,
No.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I don't be
I
Y'all
moving
started
like
trying, a
this, girl.
lot of women do not get
do
along.
not lie.
My friends don't move
That-
like
See,
that.
but that's what's crazy then, right?
My friends are married.
Again, look, it's not we talking about the major majority of women, right? I'm not talking about a married woman because this don't apply. This don't even apply, right? I'm talking about the majority, not y'all, right? Because it's never you. It's always the lady next to you. You
Well,
see what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
reason why we're
It's
bringing
always
it
the lady
up,
down the
because
street,
we are. This is the issue.
I take full ownership of my flaws, Ricky.
right?
Don't make it
I
seem
should hope so. I should hope
full
so.
ownership and
But this is
accountability
what
of my flaws.
this is what I'm saying. The same way if y'all was at my show early, Shantae was there. I was giving them in the business at the beginning, wasn't I?
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
the same
Well,
way,
that's why I brought you. I know
right?
that you're going to, I do believe that you hold people accountable.
Period.
You
Period.
are.
Period, as y'all like to say. Period. Right? Point
I
blank.
don't
So,
subscribe to that
I
language.
don't
right.
say
So,
period. This is that coming along.
right. But this what I'm saying, right? No matter what y'all say, bro, some of the talking points that are egregious, there's some of the stuff that goes on that girls turn and look the other way, right? Y'all need to start damning that shit. Y'all need to bring shame back into the community. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't sit up there if a dude bogus, right? I might not tell y'all, but I'm gonna pull that dude to, hey man, you out of pocket, bro. Right? The same thing y'all expect us to do is hold other men to accountability. Y'all don't do to each other. Y'all don't. As a
Well, we
majority,
do.
no, as a majority, you see again. That's the thing about perception because you can only look at it out your eye lens. We talking about the entire problem as a whole.
Oh, I get it. But is that because those minds think alike? They probably don't see anything wrong with it. So that's the issue. You have damaged women trying to guide damaged women. And
Right. So similar how mistaken, like
Right. It
how do
sound
you
like a
put the
y'all
genie
problem.
back in the
You see what I'm
bottle?
saying? That sound like a y'all problem. To fix men is our responsibility. To fix women is y'all's.
well, that's why we have the platform, because we call, I think our first few episodes was about, appearance matters, how you carry yourself matters. We do try to touch on those topics all the time. I don't think that, at least here we do. I can't talk
Shantae,
about
now
I got a
they have
question.
a memoji now with a bonnet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We've
That's
lost,
crazy.
they
Shantae.
have a what?
See?
A memoji now has a
You
bonnet.
sorry thinking, man.
Oh,
But see,
wow.
that's what I'm talking about, right?
We
And
even
I made
We
this,
haven't won, Shantae. The
and this
bonnet
is
is
what I'm
now
saying.
emoji.
And this is what I'm saying, sis. This is what I'm saying, sisters, right? I said on cruise season specifically, black women control culture.
they
Why
do.
don't y'all change the culture?
We try.
Well, the thing is like you said, the minority get the lot of voices, because most women are not wearing bonnets. Most women are not running the street looking like, they got a pimp. Like, most women are not doing that.
It's
But what
enough.
do you
It's enough
see
of to
on?
change the dynamic, and that's the
No,
problem,
it does. The
right?
problem is because now we have social media, and that's what you're going to see most of the time on social media.
Because
But
they have
when
nothing to lose. They're sitting there, most women have something to lose. We're like, okay, I have to carry myself in a professional manner. We're not just like, like we're looking at them the same way you're looking at them, like, what is she doing?
The majority of the women who have something to lose aren't the women who are on social media doing these things,
Agree.
exactly.
So
but
then,
they're
Agree.
would
the
it be
women
safe
you
to?
see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tan. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I
Oh,
was just
Thinking
gonna say
Man's been trying to talk. Come
Yeah,
on,
my
Thinking
bad,
Man.
bro. My
No,
bad.
no, it's cool. No, it's
Come
all
on
good.
in.
We got
The
time. So,
water's warm. Jump in.
no, what I'm saying is, so based on what y'all are saying, would it not be safe to say that ratchet black women control the culture? No, I was just asking. Based on what y'all were saying earlier, the classy, more professional character, moral, morally wrecked women do not run this culture. It's the ratchet black women that run the culture. Those are the ones you see on Instagram. Those are the ones you see with the bonnets. Those are the ones who are the loudest in the room. So my question is, are those upstanding black women speaking out and holding them accountable with the same energy?
So does anybody want to handle that first? I don't think that those women are associate themselves with those. I think women who carry themselves in a proper manner don't even associate with those type of women. And it's unfortunate because it needs to be, said, but let's just be honest. I think we've mentioned this before. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I see somebody to me who is showing me, ratchet behavior, as they would like to call it, I'm not stepping to her, because I know when a person can beat my ass, and I ain't getting in no fist fight. I ain't no fighter, So I can politely say, I mean, there's no nice way to say you look a little ratchet, without getting them hands. I got the ball up method.
But I think
I got nothing else for you.
But I think
the only hands you got are the praying hands.
You gotta know your weakness, and I ain't a fighter.
But that response kind of is representative of what we as men face as well.
No,
But right, so it's a conundrum for sure. Like it's an issue. But if you are hands off in your approach, at some point you got to have a conversation. You know what I mean? At some point, something has to be said.
Well, I think that for me in particular, and I know the same for Mistaken, is we are in a situation on a day-to-day because of our jobs that we can be a voice. But the problem is we can preach it all day long for the hour that we may see a young person. But if the home life does not mimic what we're teaching you for 1 hour while you're in my presence, and then when you leave my presence, I only have you for an hour within a year, sometimes a semester. So, and you go back to I can say, hey, and they'll be like, okay, but then they go back to their ways. It's like, it's a whole culture that needs to change. The worst thing, let me just say this, I'm gonna be honest. The worst thing that could have happened to Black culture is TikTok, not YouTube, because I think that these conversations are need to be had, but TikTok and all these social media platforms. And when we've allowed people who we'd have never given them this much power of a voice in the past to represent us, they can, because it's no censorship. It's, you have a camera, you can upload it, it can go viral, boom, there it is. And then people, after it goes viral so much, people think that that's popular, that's cool, and it's just not. So how do you stop that? What people like us are doing, we try to limit our kids from seeing it, but if we're only limiting our children from seeing, there are other people who don't care. They're like, okay, it doesn't matter, so it's just, you can do what it's just, I don't know. Anybody else want to help out with this?
It's also the mindset to want to change. Like, we could talk to your blue in the face, explain to you why it's so important, but if there's not a desire for somebody to change, they're not going to. And the question really is, like, how do you reach a demographic to give them that desire to change?
Because they think that's cool.
That's the hardest thing. Like, I see it all the time. I think yesterday I was talking about it. On our flight to Dubai, there are bonnets everywhere. It's like a sea of bonnets. Okay, wear them on the plane. Take it off. Nobody in my group was wearing a bonnet. But getting off the plane, now you're in the airport, walking around the airport, bonnets everywhere. So it's like, of course, I'm not as surprised to see a memoji that's popped up with the bonnet, because and to your question, Monique got dragged. And I get that she probably wasn't the best person to deliver the message, but all she requested was, hey, hold yourself to a level of respect when you travel. Be more presentable when you leave the house. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, your image should be something that you want everybody to see at its best. And that was what was most important about that conversation. But she got dragged and people said, don't tell me what to do. I'll do whatever I want. If I want to wear a bonnet in public, I'll wear a bonnet in public. Who are you to tell me what to do and XYZ? But it's representation of yourself that you should care more about than what she's saying. So when you ask, like, are women actually using their platform, or women who don't do these things saying things? Yes, but the response is going to be exactly that. Like, how do you get them to change their mindset? Because if you go to Atlanta airport, there's a sea of bonnets.